Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner, and today I have a very special book review for you. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge that this is being filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. I would like to pay my respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to any Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander or First Nations people who might be watching this video. The book that I have for you today is a brand new picture book called Somebody's Land by Adam Goodes and Ellie Laing, and it's illustrated by David Hardy. It is a new Indigenous title from Allen and Unwin. They did send it to me for review, so thank you very much to them. And this is the first book in what will be a 5-book picture book series around teaching children and their parents, carers and educators around First Nations culture and history here in Australia. And I'm so excited to share this with you. I've had this now for nearly 6 weeks and I haven't been able to talk about it because it's been under embargo. So it does release today on November the 2nd, and it has just been something I wanted to shout about at everyone for the longest time. I'm actually filming this in the middle of October, and I recently attended a teachers conference, the PETA conference, which is the Primary English Teachers Association of Australia. And they had a little book launch for this. There was an interview with Adam and Ellie around this book. And I was really pleased to be able to watch that because it did give me a little bit more insight into how this book came to be and the process of getting here. Before I go any further, I'm going to read you the back of the book. It says, "For thousands and thousands of years, Aboriginal people lived in the land we call Australia. When the white people came, they called the land terra nullius. They said it was nobody's land, but it was somebody's land. This is a vibrant conversation starter to help young and old understand the importance of acknowledging country and the rich cultures of the traditional custodians of the lands where we live." And that's exactly what it is. So this entire book is themed around that idea of terra nullius, that when Australia was invaded, that they claimed that there was no one here, despite the fact that there were people with a rich, long culture already here. And this book really seeks to redress that and to really give us a new starting point with talking about that with kids. Whether or not you are a teacher or a parent, this book is enticing for kids, but it also has a really strong message for the adults who are engaging children with this book as well. While I was listening to the interview with Adam and Ellie, they were talking about how Ellie's young son came home one day and was able to recite an acknowledgement of country, which is the first time that she had heard him do that. And it was just something very profound and powerful for her. And she got in contact with her friend, Adam, and asked him if he was ever considering writing books. And it turns out he was. And so together they collaborated to create Somebody's Land. And you'll notice that these illustrations are absolutely stunning. This book is just visually very appealing. From the end papers with all the Australian animals to a really great opening for adults and anyone who is reading the text. But I mean, just look. These are so gorgeous. It is a book that is meant to be shared, and it is a book that is meant to celebrate our Aboriginal culture. I don't know how much I can gush about this because I love it. So it does go through aspects of Aboriginal life, and then it goes through how when the white people came, they called it terra nullius. They said it was nobody's land, but it was somebody's land. So it does engage kids in that way because they would be able to join in with the repetitive part of the story. But there are also parts where they'll be able to relate directly from their own experiences, regardless of their cultural background. And I want everyone to read this, and I want to read the rest of the books in the series because these are going to become a hugely important part of my classroom library. I cannot express how excited I am to go back and read this with my class because we have an acknowledgement of country that the kids know, and to be able to read this and explore it with them in such a kid-friendly way that's non-threatening but informative is just it's amazing to have a resource like this. So if you are looking to start or extend your Aboriginal First Nations library collection, this is definitely one to consider because it is absolutely amazing and there are so many wonderful things to look at and talk about within this book. So thank you very much to Allen and Unwin. Congratulations to Adam, Ellie and David. This is an absolutely incredible book. I can't wait to see what comes next in the series. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.